I told my wife I would never save her sister. I said it calmly, sitting at the kitchen table holding a cup of coffee. My wife was sitting there with her phone lit up and repeated the words back to me like she couldn't believe me. "So you're saying that if she needs help, you'll let her die?" my wife asked. I nodded. I didn't soften the blow. I didn't take it back either. At that moment, my marriage cracked in a way it never fully healed. It started 3 hours ago when my sister-in-law, Melissa, called my wife sobbing. She said her boyfriend, Damon, had taken her car, wallet, and phone charger after another fight. She said Damon had locked her out of their apartment and she needed someone to come get her. My wife begged me to go. I said no. This wasn't the first time this had happened. Damon had been between jobs for 3 years. He screamed at Melissa in public, smashed plates, punched walls, and somehow gaslit her into thinking it was stress, alcohol, or somehow her fault. Every time we helped her, she went right back. The last time I drove 2 hours at midnight to pick her up. She had stayed with us for 3 days before she snuck back to the apartment she shared with Damon while we were at work. Melissa had left a note saying, "I love him. Please don't be mad." I swore that would be the last time. So when my wife asked me to go get her this time, something inside of me just snapped. I was completely emotionally blank. I said it. I will never save her. If she stays with him, she's making a choice. "I'm done," I told my wife. My wife slapped the table. She stood shaking. "One day you'll regret saying that," my wife hissed at me before she left the room. I already regretted helping my wife's sister. She always went back to Damon, no matter what we did. 2 weeks went by and my wife hadn't had any contact at all from Melissa, which was odd until my wife got a call from Melissa's work asking if she'd quit. She hadn't been to work for a week. Her coworkers said that Damon had come in and said she was sick and didn't want visitors. My wife tried calling, but it went straight to voicemail. She drove past Melissa's apartment and saw that Melissa's car was still missing. The windows were covered with blankets. That night my wife begged me to help. I said no. My wife cried herself to sleep. I told myself this is what boundaries look like. 3 nights later at 2:10 a.m. I got a phone call from a number I didn't recognize. I ignored it. It rang 3 more times. I finally picked it up at the 4th ring. When I answered, I heard breathing. Wet, heavy, and shallow breathing like someone was panicking and crying. "Please don't hang up. I know you won't help me." Melissa's voice came over the phone. "I'm so scared," she continued. Melissa told me that Damon had found her hiding tips from her job and lost it. He accused her of planning to leave him. He'd locked her in the bathroom for an entire day in retaliation. When she tried to escape through the window, he dragged her by the hair and told her that if she ever tried to leave again, he'd make sure no one would believe her. She told me he was asleep now, that she was hurt and bleeding. "You promised my sister that you'd not help me, but please, I'm afraid. I know you hate me," Melissa said, begging. That's when I told her the truth that not even my wife knew. "I didn't refuse because I hate you. I refused because if I came to rescue you, Damon promised he would kill you, me, or my wife." I said, "I had to choose, Melissa." I kept her on the phone as I rushed into the police station. I had her describe everything to the officer. Then Damon woke up and started to scream at her. "You think they'll save you? I'll just make sure they think you're crazy like last time." The police and I didn't rush in. We waited until Damon had gone to work. He was screaming and cursing as they led him into the police car. Damon was threatening everyone before they shut the door. The paramedics brought Melissa out on a stretcher. She didn't look at me at first, as if she was scared of what I'd do, but then she took my hand, trying to get my attention. "You weren't going to save me," she said. "No," I said. Melissa flinched at the response. "I was going to make sure you never needed saving again."